Hello, my name's Lucy. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. Today I'm doing a get ready with me. So I've already done skin tint because, truth be told, I thought the camera was filming, but in fact it was not, and I don't really want to take it all off again. So skin tint is a concoction, these two. So it's the Rose Inc Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum in shade 40, which is too light for me. So I mix it in with the e.l.f. bronzing drops and it gives like quite a nice bronzy look. I was wearing it the whole time I was in Italy, apart from I brought little mini bronzing drops, which is super cute. So I got sent these by e.l.f. along with, I've had like quite a few little minis that I've gotten, just samples from e.l.f. But that's a really good size sample, you know, like in comparison to like Drunk Elephant samples, which given is a hell of a lot more expensive, but there's so much more in this. I think it's just so much better to give more in a sample so you get more of a flavour of the product, because this is like 1 or 2 uses. I'm certainly with like an active ingredient or like a moisturiser or something, I'm not going to know in like 1 or 2 uses if I like it or not. I need at least quite a few. So I've got this little sample which truly, it won't use up. To be fair, I only use a little bit. It is quite nice. I don't think I'd buy the full size. I haven't done concealer yet, so this is kind of a weird order. This is the Glossier Boy Brow in the shade Brown, because I have not tinted my eyebrows in a hot minute and I want a little bit of colour. I can stop covering them. I either use this one or the e.l.f. one. Just this one, it's the e.l.f. Wow Brow. I do prefer Glossier, but e.l.f. is like £5, so can't go wrong with that. I'm not really too precious, I kind of just stick it in my eyebrows. I don't really pluck my eyebrows too much anymore. I used to be really precious about my eyebrows and used to like meticulously fill them in back in 2016 when we had like the brow. Now it's a lot more natural. I just pretty much use either a clear brow gel or a tinted brow gel. Super easy. So for concealer, I thought I'll use the NYX Bear With Me concealer. I always use the NARS one, but I thought let's mix it up a little bit. Do something different today. I do really like this concealer. I just feel like I use the NARS one so much more because I don't know, I just love it, and I feel like it doesn't break you out either. I don't think the NYX concealer breaks me out, but I feel like so many concealers do, and it just bugged me. Again, this is super long wearing and it's quite dewy. Just blending that in with a Zoeva silk finish brush. So has anyone seen Bella Hadid's new Vogue makeup tutorial video? Because I watched it, I literally have never clicked on a video so fast in my entire life, and it was worth watching. I love Bella Hadid, and it was just so interesting to see how her makeup style has kind of evolved since the last time she did one, if that's not really sad. Because her last one was like, what, 8 years ago or so? Don't actually know how old she is, but it's just interesting to see how much she's changed, because we all change as we get older. So I have just been to Italy. I went to Rome and then Florence. Took a high-speed train between those two places. We waited too long to book the high-speed train, so long in fact that when we had a look at the tickets, it was literally the exact same price to get the premium tickets as the standard tickets, because the standard tickets had gone up so astronomically. So we had the premium tickets just because we thought, why not, since they're literally the exact same price. That was really lovely. It was very warm and it was kind of chaotic, to be entirely honest. Certainly Rome is literally never busy. Busy? Oh, that's a lie. It's literally never not busy. It was absolutely beautiful, but it's literally, no matter what time of night, time of day, sorry, I'm getting bronzer, it's literally packed. I think, well, I spoke to some Italian people and apparently May is like the busy time, because apparently a lot of people from like the States and stuff come over at that time, which was interesting. So I thought we were going at a really quiet time, but no. And then obviously with them electing a new pope, is that the right, appointing, I don't know, getting a new pope, it was extra busy. We were not in Rome for the conclave, which is, it's just that, isn't it? I think it would have been cool to be there and see the smoke, but at the same time, like, it was already incredibly busy in Rome, and I couldn't imagine being there any later, truly. I couldn't imagine it being any more busy, because we're doing like all day and then like out in the evening in Rome, and literally always busy. I mean, we weren't really doing early mornings, which I think it probably is advised to do, but we were visiting my sister who is living out there currently, and we went out with her and her friends, so we wanted to see the nightlife. Ooh, yes, exciting news. Ignore my hair. So I got this cream bronzing stick. This is the Sephora one, shade number 1, because I buy my certainly bronzers for the tone rather than like trying to have like the darkest colour ever, and this was the most goldeny tone. The shade above it was way too red for me, so this one's actually from Rome, from that Sephora. Their Sephora is so nice, and it's so nice to be able to go to Sephora's easily instead of going to Manchester or Birmingham or something. So I got this bronzer because we had a look at it. I was wanting a cream bronzer stick because my old trusty Chanel one, which I love, this is not me not saying I don't like it, it's just not very travel friendly because it's so bulky, and especially when I'm doing a trip, I want to, dropping everything. It's so bulky in comparison to literally this stick, and I really try to save as much space as I can when I'm traveling because I like buying stuff when I'm out there, and then also I like to have clothes there. I don't do hold luggage, I literally only ever do cabin luggage. We got a suitcase, like a cabin suitcase between us, because I usually just have one of those, like one of the free under seat bags on a flight, to save money really, because we're there for the experience, we're not there to to bring as much stuff over as possible, you know what I mean? Plus, I feel like bringing bags over, why is it so expensive? The flights will be like £50 per return, and you're like, oh great, very affordable. Then you have a look at putting luggage on. Why is it more expensive than the flight? And that's usually like British Airways, but I do kind of cross-reference a lot of different flight things because British Airways is nice, but it's usually a lot more expensive than a lot of the budget airlines. And I try to travel for as cheaply as possible, to be honest, especially if it's a short haul flight. Like if I'm only going to be there 2 hours, why am I spending loads of money to be there? Like it's not the whole trip. I'd rather spend my money on so many other things during the trip. That's my hot take. Blush, we are doing a little bit of Stila Lilium. Where is my old one? Because this is my new one. She is incredibly well loved. But honestly, I started using it again, and it truly is like the best tone. If you have quite a neutral skin tone, it's taken me the longest time to realise I actually have a neutral skin tone. That just because there's redness in your skin does not mean you have a cool skin tone. Like it just means you have redness, and well, I mean you can have a cool skin tone, just it's not the same thing. But yes, if you are a neutral skin girly, this blush is stunning. I had a look and it looks really similar to one of the Patrick Tar duos. I haven't personally tried Patrick Tar ones, but the colour looked so similar. I'll see if I can find which one it was and drop it below, because I think that this would be a really good alternative because they are a little bit more expensive and they're definitely a treat, whereas this is actually not too sure how much this is, maybe like £15 or so. So still high end, but a bit more affordable. And gorgeous formula. I believe Daphne Bridgerton wore this in Bridgerton. I had a look at what makeup she used because I was honestly obsessed with the makeup in Bridgerton, and this is one of the products. We are going to do a little bit of mascara. I'm going to curl my eyelashes first. What was I saying? Holiday. So Rome, very good, but very busy. Florence, a lot quieter. If you prefer more of a quiet city, you might prefer Florence, because I feel like I might have preferred Florence. But I feel like the nightlife isn't there as much. Like, it's definitely there, but I feel like Rome nightlife, I mean, it is the capital. It's just there. But you are literally dodging scams the whole time you're in Rome, because that's what we were doing. I don't know how you would avoid them. You know, you literally sit in bars, restaurants, and people come in and try and sell things to you. So, for example, we had like a photograph one, which I did read up about later on, and it's kind of like, it is a known scam that this guy comes in like with a camera on and will try and take your photo, and you have to be like, no, we don't want it. He's like, oh no, just one photo. We did not get the photo because we were like, that sounds too good to be true. But I had a look online, and they will take your photo and then charge you an extortionate amount of money for this photo. So I'm just telling you all, you know, be safe out there. They will literally come into where it's not just on the street. Like when you're sat down for a meal, they will come up and try and sell you stuff. And just pre-warning you, you just have to, unless you really want what they're selling, just say no, because especially some things they try and act like they're free, and then the minute you've got it in your hands, they're like €30, and you're like, for a bracelet, good sir, really? So yeah, be safe out there. Florence, that happened a little bit, but not so much. Very charming city, I would say. So obviously we went to one of the wine windows, and if you don't know about them, have a look online. Is during COVID they started repurposing these old wine windows that they had, well, they had when the city, well, I don't know how many years ago, but kind of it was there already, and they were kind of like shut up. But then during COVID, so then they could use the bars and stuff, they then started reusing the wine windows, and now it's kind of just a tourist trap, but it's super cute. I think it is a lot more expensive to get something from that window. So I think one of the ones that we went to, the spritzes were like €10 and the wine was like €8, which is a lot more expensive than literally a restaurant, but it's the novelty of getting it from a little window, isn't it? So mascara, we used the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I've been loving this mascara. If you know anything, I have been on a journey to try and find a new mascara because I feel like everything crumbles, smudges, just nothing good happens. But this is a good one. I don't know why this is the French one. Oh, it's the Full Fan Effect in Intense Black. Big fan of this mascara. I have put it on the bottom. I didn't put mascara on my bottom lashes for the longest time, and I've started doing it again, and I feel like it opens up the eye really nicely. It's just, I try to avoid it because I feel like it always smudges. This smudges a little bit, but not as much as other things. So we're gonna line the lips. This is NYX Nude Truffle. Just got a little bit of lip balm on right now. I have just kind of blotted in. But overall, great Italy trip. I literally ate my body weight in pasta because everything there was just amazing. We did research stuff instead of like going for good things with like the longest queues. I think for the most part we had really nice food. We went to a really nice restaurant in Rome, which my sister goes to all the time. I couldn't tell you which one, what it's called, but she goes there all the time with her friends because it's well priced and it's out of the way. Because you know when they say you pick a good view or good food, like, so true. It is so true. And we picked good food. If there was a good view, we'd maybe have a drink or something, but even then, we're kind of like, it's so much more expensive to have it there than literally just anywhere else. So we had spritzes on top of like this, what is it, Da Vinci Hill? Da Vinci. I don't think it's Da Vinci, but Michelangelo. We had spritzes on top of that hill in Florence, and that was super cute. That was a good view, and it wasn't too expensive there. Yes, well, what was I doing with my story? So for lipstick, I'm gonna do a little bit of Revlon Rum Raisin. I really like this colour. It's kind of very 90s colour. I feel like it looks quite good with my colouring. But I feel like the lasting power is not amazing and it's not very moisturising. But it is super pretty. It is the Shine lipstick in Rum Raisin. Oh, Revlon Super Lustrous Shine. I think we're going to do a little bit of powder because I look a little bit greasy, truth be told. Trusty old Laura Mercier. Yes, that restaurant that we went to in Rome, that was really lovely. And we got loads of free food. So we had like the usual bread, obviously, which was good. And then they brought out some bruschetta. And some little croquettes as like a starter. But we didn't order it. It was just kind of because they knew us, I believe. And then once we'd finished our mains, I had a delightful pomodoro pasta. Because honestly, tomato pasta is just, they're so good. And you cannot beat like the fresh pasta. It just makes me not want to eat out in the UK again. Because it's honestly so fresh. Like all the restaurants we went to was all fresh pasta, which is amazing. I think that's definitely worth paying for. And then yeah, so after we had our main, they brought out these, I don't even know what they are. They were little cakes that had chocolate in them. We weren't too sure if they were going to be chocolate or raisins because that's truly a roulette, and I always hope it's going to be chocolate, but I'm usually disappointed. But it was chocolate. They were just itty bitty little pancakes, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but they were so good. They were like this size and they looked like they could be pancakes, but honestly not a clue. So there's powder everywhere. I'm just trying to blow it away. This powder is just so good. It's just so blurry. It's just got the limited edition packaging. It's in the shade Translucent. And then we ordered an espresso, like all of us, and then they brought out some more of these little cakey things, and oh my goodness, so good. So this is the, oh, we might do a little bit of setting spray actually. I've freshly washed my hands, so we're going to have to keep that out of the way. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. It smells a bit weird, but that is okay. And the mist is really fine. In terms of keeping your makeup on, it's not the best ever, like it, but it definitely does the job. And it is pretty glowy, to be honest. So it does a little bit more glow into the skin, as if I needed more. Just see how fine that mist is. But it smells like Play-Doh. So if you're kind of don't like scents, maybe not. But it doesn't really bother me too much. So this is the finished makeup look. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.